The stats, any final thoughts?
Great man-to-man defense by Carroll at crunch time. The fourth quarter, Carroll really picked up their defense, and that they took control of the ball game. The zone helped them to start the second half, but at crunch time it was the man-to-man defense that was the difference. And then Jamie Pickens coming alive when they really needed her.
Absolutely, they dominated in the post. Let's go ahead and look at some stats real quick, Gary. For the game, Carroll 52% from the field, Montana Western 50% from three. Carroll 36.4%, Montana Western 29.4% from the free throw line. Carroll 81.3%, Montana Western just 68.4% at the free throw line. Well, before we do anything real quick, Brinley Fitzgerald, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 of 13 from the field, 9 of 11 at the free throw line, and I don't remember her missing 2 free throws.
I don't either.
They might have been on the same swing. Maybe that's what happened. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Some other individual numbers for Carroll. Our St. Peter's Gold Standard Health Player of the Game is Sienna Swanek with 24 points, 9 of 14 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. That is a mammoth monster stat line by Sienna Swanek.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm campaigning for Sienna Swanek, All-American. Let's make it happen. She's been playing like it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Also for Carroll in double figures, 13 points for Danny Wagner, 12 for Jamie Pickens, 7 points after that for Christine Denny, 5 for Camden Hilborn, 5 off the bench for Ekstrom, 4 for Lyman, and 3 for Garrett's. Danny Wagner added 5 rebounds to her 13 points as well, and just seemed like all around a solid effort by the Fighting Saints.
Really was. Danny, here we go.
All right. We got Rochelle Sayers joining us now in the Rutgers Furniture Coaches Lounge on the Carroll College Fighting Saints postgame show. And Coach Sayers, first things first. First half, you guys come out to a good start, jump on them 7-0. Then they kind of grab the momentum back on their side. It seemed like the rest of the first half, Sienna Swanek really gave you guys a boost. Could you talk about her performance tonight?
Well, Sienna's a stud. I mean, plain and simple. We have her guarding the best players. She's a catalyst to our defense, and now all of a sudden, I think I finally convinced her that she's unguardable out there, and
you're right.
She makes things so much easier for us. She makes big shots. She takes her time. She's patient. You know, she kept us in that first half, and then the second half, I thought we really settled in and got a nice feel for how to attack that zone.
And it seemed like defensively you guys really dialed it in the second half. They were doing a nice job getting to the rim, getting some shots close to the hoop, and it seemed like you guys attacked the pick and roll and did a really nice job defending that. What was the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
We had to just keep switching it up. I thought that we were really hurting them with trapping the on ball, then they started slipping, and then they hurt us. It's just kind of like a little chess match, and we kept trying to adjust. We threw in some zone to see if we could stall them a little. That helped us. And then when these guys hit a 3, I get super nervous because they can really light it up, so I didn't want to stay in that too long. Plus, you lose a little bit of your rebounding, but I was just really proud of the kids, especially the second half, really digging in. And then we got some great bench contributions. I thought Addie came in, gave us great minutes. I thought Jaden did, especially when we were in foul trouble. Emma coming in and Maddie. But I thought the bench contribution was huge because we had our 2 starting guards sitting on the bench with 2 fouls.
Anything to add, Gary?
Rochelle, I thought coming out in the zone the third quarter, I don't think they were expecting that. And that gave you a little run right there. And then at crunch time, I thought you played as good a man-to-man defense as you have all year that fourth quarter. Just tremendous team defense.
I thought so too, and I thought we had a couple loose balls we couldn't quite secure either. We knocked a few away, and they ended up, getting a couple shots or a foul out of some of them when we were, this close to making that play. And so, I was really, really happy with the defense. I was really happy with especially Danny Wagner buckling down and really guarding tonight. And,
isn't that great?
And we just, these kids are really bought in and obviously disappointed, losing at home to Rocky. And this was one they really wanted to come out and get, and I thought they played with great poise.
Yeah, one last thing, Rochelle. You did a great job attacking the press. That really hurt them. They saved that press for the fourth quarter, and it's a good press, and they've won a lot of games with it. And you really hurt them when they were after us hard, and I think you burned them 3 straight times on the press.
Well, when you have 3 point guards up there with Camden, Sienna, and Christine, we are a little bit hard to press, and they're just so so calm when the press is coming at them. They take their time, they make a pass, they attack, they bring it back, and then we were able to kick it over the top and find open scores. And I thought, we didn't do a very good job in the first half getting the ball in the post. I mean, I credit Western. I thought they did a good job trying to limit Jamie's touches. And in the second half, we really worked hard to get the ball in there. And when we did, we were super successful.
Well, Coach, that's all we got for you. Thanks for coming on, and congratulations on the win.
Well, we got to go watch a little film on tech, and then I got to run over to Crosstown and watch my daughter play her first varsity Crosstown. So go Brew.
Go Brew, that's right. Go Taylor and go Brew. Well, that was Coach Rochelle Sayers joining us in the Rutgers Furniture Coaches Lounge. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout and transition over to our pregame coverage of the men's game, starting with an interview we recorded earlier today in the Rutgers Furniture Coaches Lounge with head coach of the Fighting Saints, Coach Kurt Paulson. But we got Game 2 coming up next, 73-64, the final on Game 1 of tonight's doubleheader. When we come back, we'll get ready for Game 2, starting with that interview with Coach Paulson. You're listening to Saints Game Day, driven by Placer Motors, here on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Back from the break, Daniel Sally, Gary Turcotte here. Saints game day driven by Plaster Motors. And not a ton of time, Gary, to preview this match between Montana Western and Carroll College. That being said, we're going to do what we can. Carroll entering this game 18-2 overall, 5-1 in conference play. Montana Western 12-8 overall, 1-4 in conference play. And Gary, these two teams met earlier this season back in December. It was a 10-point Carroll victory. They were down double digits in the first half, battled back in the second half, and really took over the game in those first few minutes. And this Carroll team, they're playing some good basketball right now. It looked not so great a couple weeks ago. They lose at home to Rocky, but then they bounce back. They get a big win on the road at Providence and another big one against a really tough Northern team where they played great in the second half last
Unbelievable.
Saturday.
Yeah. The conditioning and the strength training, I think, really paid off.
We give a tip of the cap to Ron C. for that one.
Exactly. Who's the assistant coach at Carroll and does a great job, and he does an awful lot of work in the weight room with them.
We love Ron C. We love Ron C.
Yep.
Good stuff. Well, Montana Western, on the other hand, like I said, 12-8, 1-4. They do have one guy back tonight who we didn't have last time. That's Max Clark, number 23, their point guard, and he is just out of this world talented. You pair him with Jamal Stevenson and Jalen Hodges. Those three guys are a three-headed monster in their own right. And the Haverfield brothers, they are just dead-eye shooters from outside. This Montana Western team's got a lot to offer, and don't sleep on Kai Koba, a freshman from Billings Skyview High School, who is another dead-eye shooter on the outside.
Those guys are catch-and-shoot, pure guys. Kai Koba, I thought, last time we played, I thought he struggled defensively, adjusting to the college level basketball game, but not offensively. He looked like a real force. And then the Haverfields, both of those guys can really stroke it. Yeah, and then you throw their creativity, athleticism of Stevenson and Clark and Hodges at you, and that's a good looking Western team.
Carroll's offense has been clicking as of late. We saw a big game from them on Saturday, especially Jovan Slavankinen. He really came alive in that second half. Like we mentioned, it was a slow start up in Havre last Saturday. They were down 26-24 at halftime, and I said it during the game, Gary. I don't know the last time they scored under 25 points in a half, but they did it. But then they came out, opened the second half on an 18-4 run, and after that it was just smoke and mirror. I mean, they just ran away with it and did a great job. Like you said, the conditioning is really adding up, and it all starts with them setting the tone defensively.
Well, they play great defense. They do. And that's been Kurt Paulson since he got here. And, he was a great defensive player himself, and that's one thing that he really believes in, and coaches, they work at it so hard. And that can be pretty consistent for you.
Well, Coach Kurt Paulson, like you mentioned, in his fourth season, getting ready to play a big game tonight here at home against Montana Western, 18-2 on the year, off to one of the best starts of his young career as the head coach of the Carroll College Fighting Saints. We are just moments away from tip-off here at the PE Center, Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader between Carroll and Montana Western. We'll take one more break and have tip-off. When we come back, you're listening to Fighting Saints Basketball, and you're home for the Saints. Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Just about time for tip-off here in Game 2 of tonight's Frontier Conference doubleheader between the Carroll College Fighting Saints and the Montana Western Bulldogs. Daniel Sally, Gary Turcott here coming to you from the Brad Schmidt Allstate Insurance broadcast booth. Let's go ahead and meet tonight's starting lineup. First for the Bulldogs, the Montana Western, and a pretty small lineup going out there tonight for him. Gary starting at guard, a 6'3" junior out of Skokie, Illinois, number 1, Jamal Stevenson. At forward, a 6'4" redshirt freshman out of Three Forks, number 2, Coulter Miller. At guard, a 6'4" redshirt junior out of Dillon, number 4, Tanner Haverfield. Also at guard, a 6'4" redshirt freshman out of Dillon, number 20, Michael Haverfield. And the point guard, a 6'3" senior out of Lawrenceville, Georgia, number 23, Max Clark. Mike Larson, in his 4th year as the head coach of the Bulldogs, took over the same year that Coach Paulson did here at Carroll. Of course, Steve Keller went from Western to Providence. Larson took over, and he's built up a pretty strong roster on this Montana Western Bulldogs basketball team. Go ahead and meet the starters for this Carroll College basketball team. Starting at guard, a 6'4" freshman out of Huntington Beach, California, number 11, Andrew Cook. At forward, a 6'5" senior out of Belgrade, Serbia, number 21, Jovan Slavankinen. The point guard, a 6'1" senior out of Spokane, Washington, number 22, Shamrock Campbell. At guard, a 6'2" junior out of Post Falls, Idaho, number 24, Johnny Hillman. And in the middle, a 6'8" junior out of Castle Rock, Colorado, number 32, Brendan Temple. Of course, Coach Paulson in his 4th year, already knocking on the door of 100 wins. I think he needs 9 or 10 more, which is just incredible. But
he did that pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's on the move. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be in the next couple weeks here, so if they keep at the pace they're at.
Yeah.
But if both teams get their starting lineups announced, we mentioned a little bit in the first game, but more people have piled in here. And boy, is it nice to have our students back on campus. Look at that.
There is a huge student body presence here tonight representing Carroll College.
I mean, everyone's standing.
Yeah.
The entire bottom section of the PE Center on that far section there, which I mean, that's exciting.
Yes, it is.
And I think it's important. I mean, you got to support each other.
Well,
Saints supporting Saints.
That's one of the reasons why we have these programs for the students. And, you know, when they don't come out, you see, wonder, what, you know, is it worth it? When you see that, you realize it is worth it.
Well, both teams taking the floor. Carroll in their home white uniforms, purple numbers, gold trims, big gold halo C's on the pant legs. For Montana Western there in their new road red uniforms. Bulldogs across the chest and white text, black number, white trim on those. Some striping down there at the bottom of their shorts. It'll be Coulter Miller and Jovan Slavankinen doing the jump. Miller wins the tip, and coming down with it is Jamal Stevenson. Montana Western will open going left to right across your radio dial. Coulter Miller, the starting 5-man for Western, Gary.
Yeah.
He's the size of a guard, but he plays like a big.
Well, he's
Stevenson right back to Miller in the pick and roll. He kicks it out, 3-pointer from the corner. Tanner Haverfield off the rim, no good. Miller goes up for it and pokes it back out to Clark.
Well, he's an explosive jumper.
Clark to Miller, back to Clark. Clark off the dribble, hard hedge from Temple. Campbell tasked with guarding Max Clark tonight. Tanner Haverfield up top. It's Max Clark again. Clark gets it to Miller in the corner. Miller goes baseline. Nice recovery by Temple. And we got a shot clock violation.
God, that's good defense.
They were all over everything they tried to do there.
Yeah.
It'll be Andrew Cook taking the ball up the court, going right to left across your radio dial. Cook picked up by Michael Haverfield. Now Slavankinen. Down low, Campbell. Fade away, baby hook, and it's good. And we saw this the other night, Gary. First possession against Providence, they did that exact same thing. They go to Shamrock on the block and let him post up.
Well, they're playing him Cook at the point and Shamrock at the 2.
Stevenson, pick and roll to Miller. Miller goes up with it off the glass and good. Carroll a little late getting over on the help side that time. 2-2 is the score. 18:49 left in the first half here on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Andrew Cook passes to Hillman. Hillman drives the lane, gets it over to Slavankinen. Jovan, guarded by Haverfield, will back him down. Work towards the baseline. They're going to call for the help defender. He gets it out to Cook. Open 3 from Cook. It's good! Andrew Cook from downtown.
And that's Jovan drawing 2 and then finding the open man.
Beautiful offense. 18:20 to go here in the first half. 5-2, Carroll leads. Max Clark, guarded by Campbell on the far wing. Gets it to Miller. Miller to Michael Haverfield. Now Stevenson. Miller back to Stevenson. A little handoff with the ball screen off the glass and good. Nice finish from Stevenson.
Boy, he is quick. That is explosive
Lightning
quickness
fast.
there, yeah.
5-4, Carroll leads. Shamrock Campbell in the half court. Hands off to Cook. Cook to Slovankinen. Jovan drives to his left, guarded by Tanner Haverfield. He's going to post him up. Spin back to his left, up with it, no good. Ball deflected by Temple, a foul called. It's on Temple. A little over the back. Five to 4, Carroll leads. It's Max Clark across half court. Miller at the elbow. Hands off Clark. Clark gets around the screen. Miller's very effective setting screens. Tanner Haverfield. Pump fakes, goes in on Slovankinen. Help defense from Temple. Kick out, Clark, 3, and it's good. Max Clark with the bucket. Coach Paulson's going to call a timeout. 30-second timeout. 7-5, Montana Western leading on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. And Gary, what have you noticed early on here?
Well, I can't really tell anything. The trends. Coach Paulson, he's unhappy about defense. I think that's what he's unhappy about. That was a timeout there, but I can't quite tell. It's a little early for me. But Jovan, they are going to double team Jovan. They're double teaming him late, not early. So when he gets it and starts to back down, then the double team is coming. And Carroll's got to get open. They got to find an open spot, and Jovan will feed him.
7-5, Bulldogs in the lead. Andrew Cook will inbound out of the timeout. Shamrock Campbell will be the one taking the ball up the floor. Campbell across the timeline. Gets it to Temple. Back to Campbell. Campbell in the lane. Steps through, looks to go up with it, draws the foul. Shamrock will go line for 2.
Well, you can see right now that Shamrock is going to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
Offensively, they're playing him at the 2 a lot tonight so that he can. When you play the point guard, Daniel, a lot of times when you get rid of the ball, you don't get it back. But when you're the 2 guard, you're going to get it and get an opportunity to come off the screen, do a lot of things.
First free throw good for Shamrock Campbell. Jalen Hodges checking in the game for Montana Western. One more on the way for Shamrock. And it's good. Tied up, 7-7 is the score. Max Clark taking it across half court. Clark works to his left, goes to the corner. Stevenson down low to Hodges. Hodges guarded by Temple. Spins back towards the baseline. Little baby hook, no good. Garrett Long goes up and gets the rebound. Long just checked in for the Saints, and he's coming on as of late. Long. Campbell. Back to Long. Long, and an offensive foul called.
I think he got the second foul. He got the second one right, but there was a reach on the first one.
Johnny Hillman checking in. Brendan Temple will get a rest. So Carroll going small here. Jovan will move down to the 5.
Yeah, and they'll put Johnny Hillman on on Hodges. So they'll try to post up Hodges on Johnny.
Haverfield hands off to Clark. Stevenson in the corner, passes up top to Clark again. Clark, and we got a foul on Hodges. And that could have been ugly. That's Johnny's first. 3 quick fouls on Carroll. Inbounding from the baseline is Clark. Clark, Stevenson. Stevenson pump fakes, gets Cook in the air, steps through and knocks it in for a bucket. 9-7, Western leads.
That's a tough matchup for Cook to have to guard a guy that quick.
It's a tough matchup for a lot of people. That's Stevenson, man.
Yeah.
He was good last time. And Cook on the other end breaks his ankles and throws it down. Whoa! That's a grown man move to the hoop right there. Cook with the crossover, drops him, and oh man, I wasn't ready for that one. Max Clark on the other end, looking for Hodges inside. Hodges on Hillman, spin move. Hillman knocked it loose. Haverfield comes up with it. Haverfield out to Stevenson. 3 on the other end, no good off the rim. Rebound pulled down by Garrett Long. I can't wait to go back and watch that one over. Jovan Slavankinen. Hillman. Garrett Long, corner three. It's good! Garrett Long! And how about a couple buckets from our two freshmen?
Right now, Hillman is playing the 5 for Carroll. He's guarding their 5 player and playing the 5. That is a small lineup. But Hillman is so physically strong.
I love it, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it makes a lot of sense. Clark near side with Campbell. Gets to Hodges. Hodges. Campbell helps off, knocks it loose. 6 on the shot clock. And here's that defensive intensity from Carroll. Stevenson drives on Long. Floater. It's good. Wow.
God, he's skilled. That's a great crossover to the baseline, and then a little floater. Fun to watch. Great basketball being played right now.
This is awesome. Have some fun with this one. Garrett Long, high ball screen. To Campbell. Campbell crosses over to his left, gets it to Hillman. Hillman drives baseline around Hodges, reverse lay-in. Ooh, no good.
Nice take.
Hillman's been getting comfortable with those reverse looks, and it's been working for him. I like it. Clark crosses over around a ball screen, goes to the corner, and Stevenson tried to throw a no-look pass. It goes loose around the defender, though, and ends up in the hands of Michael Haverfield, not intentionally, and he knocks down the mid-range jumper from the baseline. Coach Larson's going to call a 30-second timeout. We can keep this one here as well. 13-12, Montana Western in the lead.
I wonder why he'd call a timeout there, other than as he looks out there and sees how small Carroll is, if he doesn't say, we got to go inside. I wonder if that's what he's up to, because that was a strange time to call a timeout. His team's playing awfully well.
And, not a ton of height on the Western roster, but Jock, a guy we saw a lot of down in Dillon, he's a height mismatch. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him at some point soon. And here he comes out onto the court.
Stevenson has been the show for Western so far. I mean,
he's so athletically gifted. He's going to get a break now.
Yeah, and he breaks you down. He breaks you down and makes everybody better.
Inbounding from the baseline is Hillman.
And Lowell Chan is in for Carroll.
Chico. Hillman gets it to Chan up top. Some big minutes for him. Excited to see how he does. Garrett Long in the lane. Fakes the pass. Floater. Ooh, can't get the roll. Rebound Slavankinen. Putback is good. Max Clark will take it up the court. Clark. Haverfield down low. Hodges guarded by Slavankinen. Nice help defense from Hillman, but Hodges finishes through traffic. That Hodges is so talented, man. Shamrock Campbell. Near side gets it to Hillman. Hillman looking for Chico. He gets it to him. Chan gets it to Slavankinen. High post. Jovan drives, puts up a floater, and there's Jock in there, getting his hand up and knocking the shot loose. Hodges on the other end. Quick put up, and it's good. 17-14, Western leads, and another timeout called by Coach Paulson. So 3 timeouts combined by these 2 coaches here. Media timeout. Let's go ahead and take it, Gary. 13:04 left in the first half. 17-14, Montana Western leads. You're listening to Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Back from the timeout, 17-14, Montana Western leads Carroll on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. And we've had an exciting first 7 minutes of basketball here at the PE Center. Daniel Sally, Gary Turcott here inside the Brad Schmidt Allstate Insurance broadcast booth. Montana Western looks like they're going to come out and press, Gary.
Little 2-2-1 zone press, just kind of a...
Campbell gets it across the timeline. He passes it far side, Long. Now up top to Chan. Campbell to Slovankinen. Jovan spins back to his right, puts up a runner in the lane, no good. Rebound brought down by Temple. He goes back up with it, and he'll get fouled.
Very physical rebound and put back there by Temple. That's what he's really, really been working on and wants to be. He wants to be that guy.
Yeah.
And he did.
And he's getting there.
Yeah. And Guy Pedro is going to check in here now. And, he's had a little ankle tweak. But he provides some size.
Temple's first free throw good. Pedro checking in. He's also, he's just a threat to score anytime he touches the ball.
Well, he is. He can slash and he can shoot a three.
Temple is good. So Brendan hits them both. Carroll trails by 1, 17-16. 12:36 to go in the first half. Stevenson to Haverfield. Tanner Haverfield drives, kicks it out to Koba, who just checked in for the first time. Back up top to Stevenson. Stevenson calls for the screen, picks up his dribble, gets it back. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Stevenson, guarded by Campbell, drives the lane, goes up with it. Nice defense by Sham that time.
Good,
as
really.
Slovankinen gets the rebound. That's really good.
Can't play defense better. Physically cannot.
Slovankinen in the lane. Gets a trap. Campbell drives in out to Long. Long fakes the pass, drives in. Now we'll work it back out to the far corner. Campbell to Pedra. Pedra drives, spin move, fade away from Guy. It's good.
Great ball movement by Carroll that time, Daniel. Two real hard reversals. And getting a little isolation for Guy on the weak side.
And that's something that Guy can do. When the shot clock's low, get it to him, he can bounce it and create for himself. Michael Haverfield, up top Tanner Haverfield. Now Stevenson, near side. He gets it to Jock. Jock picked up by Temple at the low block. Works inside, kicks it out. Michael Haverfield for 3, off the rim, no good. Loose ball, pulled down by Temple. Temple gets it over to Campbell, and Campbell will get it across half court. Slovankinen, guarded by Tanner Haverfield. Goes to his left, spins back to the right, goes up with it, and one! He wanted the ball that time.
Well, he did. And Haverfield's a heck of a defender, but there's only so much you can do.
Andrew Cook back in. Shamrock will get a quick rest.
And this is when Shamrock goes out, these are critical moments for Carroll. Can you maintain? Because they depend so much on his leadership out there. Both ends, defensively and offensively.
Slovankinen up to the line. He's the glue guy. First free throw is good. He completes the three-point play. Carroll leads 21-17. Max Clark, picked up by Long in the half court. Passes off to Haverfield. That's Tanner Haverfield. Clark again, back to Tanner Haverfield. Clark once again. Crosses over, passes it far side. Stevenson back to Clark. Clark drives to the left. Great defense by Garrett Long. Shot no good. Hits off the top of the glass.
Garrett Long.
Bulldog.
Oh.
Bulldog.
Boy, he's gotten better defensively. These freshmen have come a long ways.
Guy Pedro inbound. Taking it up is Andrew Cook. Hillman, far side. Looking up top for Pedra. Koba knocks it loose. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll, they'll say. Western will get it back. Turnover.
Good defense by Kai Koba that time. He caused that turnover. Kai Koba from Billings Skyview. Yeah.
Just a freshman.
Yeah.
Really good shooter. Really, really good shooter. Koba has it on the far side. Up top, Haverfield, now Clark. Clark to Hodges. We got a whistle. Brendan Temple, foul. It's his second. That's tough.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh, man.
That is, Carroll is just not deep right there. So Carroll will have to go small again. Now,
Shamrock will check in.
But this time they have Guy in there, who's a little bigger.
Longer, too.
A little longer.
Most importantly.
Yeah.
Clark inbounding. Tanner Haverfield back to Clark. Clark goes to Stevenson, far side. Stevenson, nice defense by Cook. He gets it out to Clark. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hodges, guarded by Pedra. Nice help by Hillman. He throws it way out of bounds.
They trapped him down there in the corner.
He threw it over the drum set, the band.
Carroll's playing some kind of defense. They are. They're really, really. You cannot physically play harder than they are playing right now on defense.
About 10 minutes left in the first half. 21-17, Carroll leads on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Slavankinen out to Campbell. 3 from Campbell. It's good! Shamrock Campbell from downtown. 24-17. It's a 10-0 run for Carroll. Max Clark to Stevenson. Stevenson at the elbow. Max Clark again. Near side, Tanner Haverfield, down low to Hodges. Hodges tries to step through traffic. Hillman helps out in a traveling violation. These guys are flying around.
They are.
It looks like a combination of whatever Wes Nurse puts out there on a Saturday afternoon for the football team and whatever Kurt Paulson normally puts out on a basketball
Carroll
game.
has gone on a,
It's a 10-0 run.
A 10-0 run. A 10-0 run since the last time out what Coach Paulson took. Yeah.
Media timeout will take it as well. 24-17, Carroll leads. You're listening to Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. (24-17), Carroll in the lead on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard after a 10-0 Carroll run. Daniel Sally, Gary Turcotte here inside the Brad Schmidt Allstate Insurance broadcast booth. Shamrock Campbell take it up. Hillman up top. Pedra. Now Campbell. Campbell step back 3 off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hillman. Hillman inside pump fake floater. It's good. That's hustle right there.
You know what? He likes playing inside a little bit. I mean, he looks comfortable to me. He's playing the 5 right now for Carroll. Johnny Hillman's 6'2", and he's just got to steal.
He just picked the 5-man to Montana Western. Here comes Hillman in transition off the glass, and it's good. Holy cow.
Yeah.
He was born to be a big man. Born to be a big man. Jamal Stevenson in the half-court pass it near side. Kai Koba. Koba to Stevenson again. Hodges this time. Hodges steps in and draws a foul.
That'll be the first one on Guy.
Couple of subs in the game. Michael Haverfield, Jock in. Kai Koba and Jalen Hodges will get a rest. Inbounding is Max Clark. To the baseline. In the corner, it's Stevenson. Up top, Michael Haverfield. Haverfield to Jock. He hands it off. 3-pointer from Stevenson over Cook, no good. Rebound brought down by Slavankinen. Jovan gets it to Hillman. Hillman pump fakes. Now he's going to bounce it. Out to Cook. Cook drives. Gets it out to Jovan. Clark. You didn't even notice Jaden Lieberg in the game. Out to Hillman. Hillman for three. It's good!
And that's just Jovan Slovakinen draws so much attention, and then he'll find the open guy. That is Jovan all the way. And then Hillman hitting a tough shot.
Johnny hasn't played better than this all year.
Yeah.
He likes work. He's out there working his tail off. And there he is, hedging the ball screen like a true big man. Jock down low, goes up with it, and it's good. 7:20 to go, 31-19. Carroll leads here in the first half. Campbell to Slovakinen. Back out to Campbell. Campbell drives baseline, steps through traffic, and he's fouled. That'll be on the floor.
I love seeing Shamrock this aggressive. He just helps the team so much. He's so unselfish, but he needs to be aggressive like this.
So right now on the floor for Carroll, it's Hillman, Slovakinen, Lieberg, Cook, Campbell. That's a heck of a lineup. To the corner, Slovakinen. Out to Campbell. Now Hillman. Hillman for another three. Off the rim. That time it's no good. 31-19. Carroll still leads. 6:45 to go in the first half. There's a screen on Cook. A foul called.
Now that time Jovan got the ball on the left baseline and got double teamed. And when that happens, the other players have to find an open spot, rotate over and get open. And that's what Jovan is trying to explain to a couple of those freshmen out there. When I get double teamed, you got to get open and I'll find you.
Jovan out of the game, and so is Johnny Hillman. Chico's playing the 5 now, Gary.
Yeah.
Andrew Cook, Garrett Long, Lowell Chan, Jaden Lieberg, Shamrock Campbell. 3 freshmen on the court for the Saints. Haverfield, far side, on the wing. Up top, Stevenson. 7 on the shot clock. Stevenson crosses over. Looking to drive the lane. Cook on him, 2 seconds. Deep 3 from Haverfield. Nice closeout. Lieberg, it's no good. Jock tips it back, and coming up with the rebound is Long.
Good defense there, Carroll, that time. Very good.
Garrett Long, near side on the wing. Passes it to Campbell. Campbell to Long. Long crosses over. Nice dribble move. Floater off the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by Koba. Oh, that would have really been something if he would have finished that one. Stevenson. Koba. Quick 3 from Koba. No good. And that'll bounce out of bounds. It'll be Carroll ball. 5:51 to go in the first half. 31-19. Carroll leads.
Now, I know Koba can shoot, but I don't know if that's the shot that Coach
quick.
Mike Larson wants.
Very early in the shot clock.
Yeah.
Pedro will check in. Lieberg will get a rest. Carroll Basketball and Rewind 94.9 is brought to you by John Lagerquist Century 21 Heritage Realty. For all your real estate needs from homes, land, or commercial, contact John Lagerquist, one of Helena's leading realtors. Pedro at the elbow. Back out to Campbell. Now Long. Long, nice pass fake. Back out to Campbell. Cook. Far side. Down low to Chico, out of bounds. Pass a little long. Couldn't quite get up to it, and it tips off of his hands.
And Western jumped into a little zone that time. First time I've seen it, Daniel. We might see a little more of that.
Caught him off guard a little bit, huh?
You did, yeah.
Hodges in the game. Jock will get a break. And now they're saying, all right, Hodges is back in.
Yeah,
Johnny, get in and guard him.
Yeah, and he might not be ready for that, all the changing defenses, but Coach Paulson's getting him in there, let him get a taste, and he's just young. He hasn't played very much.
Clark to the corner. Down low, Hodges guarded by Hillman. Cook helps over and a foul called. They're going to get Cook for that one. I think he just reached in a little bit too much that time.
Yeah, and that's 2 on Cook.
Actually, Hodges at the line. 31-19, Carroll leads. Carroll Basketball and Rewind 94.9 is brought to you by the Overland Express Restaurant, serving Helena since 1975. Overland is Helena's family restaurant that features their famous dragon wings. Try them, you'll like them. Overland Express. First free throw good from Hodges. We're already in the bonus. That was the front end of a 1-and-1. Also, Range 406, Helena's indoor shooting range with 8 shooting lanes and air-conditioned comfort. Range 406 features also has a great supply of hunting ammo along with an excellent selection of pistols and rifles. Second free throw, no good from Hodges.
And it's kind of a 1-3-1 zone.
Far wing. Campbell gets it to Long in the corner.
And
back up to Campbell. Go ahead.
What it does is it takes a little of the dribble penetration away from Carroll. And Carroll is small, and there's
Yeah, Clark pokes it out on the pass, goes up for it in transition. Nice defense by Long to contest it. He falls hard on his tailbone that time. And Clark draws the foul. He'll go to line for 2.
I hope Long's all right. He did hit right on his tailbone.
He kind of grabbed for a second, but he's back up.
He's so tough.
Bulldog.
So with a small lineup, as small as Carroll is, that spread 1-3-1 zone, Daniel, it's hard to pass the ball from A to B because they're in the passing lanes with it. So that's an effective move by Coach Mike Larson.
Free throw up from Clark, no good. He'll shoot one more.
We'll see what Coach Paulson comes up with. Sometimes, rather than go to a two-guard front, I think sometimes you're better off to just match up with it when you can't get the ball reversed.
31-20 the score. Clark with another free throw. That one's good. 31-21. Carroll leads by 10 on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 4:53 left in the first half. Campbell takes it up the court. Looking for Hillman. He's got him. Hillman drives. Gets it out to Long. Corner 3 from Long. Off the rim. No good. Rebound brought down by Hodges. Hodges to Clark. Now Haverfield. It's Tanner Haverfield with it this time. Up top, Michael Haverfield. 3 from the top. He buries it. Back to a 7-point game, Gary, 31-24.
Well, the zone is definitely helping Western. It's a whole different energy for them because it's taken away Carroll's dribble penetration.
4:20 left in the first
There's
half.
another deflection.
Another turnover. Max Clark finds Koba in transition. Koba picked up by Hillman. Gets it to Hodges. Hodges inside. Now Campbell's guarding Hodges. And a charge.
Oh, God, that's great defense. Right.
Just inside his undershirt.
Shamrock. And Carroll's going to put Brandon back in the ball game because they just need some size against that zone. It's a spread.
I think it's almost a risk you have to take.
It's a spread 1-3-1 zone with Jamal Stevenson up on top, who's 6'3" and long and quick and in the passing lanes, and it's just tough to pass the ball anywhere. Oh, now they jump back into a man.
Cook. They must have done it when they had their bigs out of the game.
Yeah.
Long, Campbell, Cook near side. Cook drives the lane and draws the reach.
Yeah.
Only the 6th foul of the half on Western, so no free throws yet. 3:49 left here in the first half. 20 seconds reset on the shot clock, and Andrew Cook will inbound from the baseline.
Now, if I was Mike Larson, I would have stayed in that zone, Daniel. They were really having success with it. Well, what do I know? I'm not coaching Western. Mike Larson is.
Campbell gets it inbounds. Long up top now. Slavankinen has it knocked loose by Koba. Koba comes up with the steal and gets it over to Hodges. Hodges to Clark. Clark gets a screen. Now Stevenson. Stevenson back up top to Clark. Clark to the corner. Haverfield to Stevenson for 3 off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Garrett Long. Long gets it to Campbell. Campbell has the ball knocked loose by Clark. I think they're going to get Clark for a reach there.
And that'll put Carroll up for a 1-on-1.
As Campbell steps to the line, Carroll basketball on Rewind 94.9 is brought to you in part by Cap Paving. Paving the way to excellence since 1984. And Rutgers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rutgers Furniture. Trayton Paxton entering the game for Montana Western. 6'1" sophomore guard out of Riverton, Wyoming. He's a shooter. Free throw up from Campbell. He hits the first.
Run into those 1-on-1s.
Crucial. If you miss it, it's a turnover.
Yeah, it is.
And that's like one of the most cliche basketball sayings, but it's
true. Yeah.
Second free throw, and that one's good. Campbell hits a pair. 33-24, Saints in the lead. 3:12 left in the first half.
And Carroll just jumped into his zone for the first time. And it's a 2-3.
Stevenson to Paxton. Back to Stevenson. Now to the corner. 3 from Koba off the rim, no good. Rebound. shot up. Hodges and one.
And a third foul on Brandon Temple.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. And you know, when you play zone, and Brandon's got to come out.
Yeah.
You know, I never worried so much when I played it about the threes. It's the offensive rebounds.
The O boards are crucial.
And Western was not getting any offensive rebounds out of the man. But I think Coach thought, well, I'm going to play Brandon Temple, so I'll play zone so he doesn't get a foul. And don't you know, he gets the foul out in the zone. Yeah.
Basketball's stupid sometimes.
It is, yeah.
We're fools for loving it. Andrew Cook crosses over, drives the lane, fade away from Cook. He buries it. That is a tough move by Andrew. 35-27.
He's a tough kid, and he likes it in there. He likes contact, and he is physical.
2.5 minutes left in the half. Carroll leads by 8. Floater from Hodges, no good. Rebound pulled down by Garrett Long. And Long is just playing his tail off out there. You can say the same about all these guys. Step back three in transition. Slavakin, and it's good! And
Big
Shamrock just looked at him and said, hey, man, that was good. He gave him a little head nod. Now, if that would have been missed, why are you shooting so early in the shot clock? But hindsight's 20/20, Gary, and we made it. So Hodges hands off to Stevenson in the lane. Spin move. Blocking foul called on Garrett Long, and the shot is good.
Now, he might have been in the cylinder. I'd like to see that over because he was there, but he might have been in the cylinder.
He was the help defender.
Yeah.
That's important. You pointed that out to me last year.
Yeah.
Hillman checking into the game. Hodges will get a rest.
And that's 3 on
Garrett.
On Garrett, yeah. And he's really helping him.
He's going to stay out there. Looks like Guy's going to get a rest.
Now, he's got to be careful not to get another one. Real careful because he's having an impact.
Free throw up. No good. Offensive rebound.
Jovan did not box.
Tanner Haverfield gets it out to Paxton. Now Clark. Clark guarded by Campbell. Crosses over, kicks it out. Three-pointer from Stevenson. No good. Jock with the O board. Jock finds a cutting Stevenson. He dumps it off. Paxton with the lay-in is good.
And that's 2 missed box outs by Jovan. And that's why Coach called timeout. And Jovan knows it. He knows it.
38-31 the score on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Carroll in the lead. Full timeout called with 1:40 left in the first half. We'll take a break. You're listening to Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. (38-31 on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Carroll in the lead over Montana Western in Game 2 of tonight's Frontier Conference doubleheader between the Saints and the Bulldogs. Of course, the Carroll women's basketball team and Coach Rochelle Sayers with a big win earlier tonight, 73-64 over the Bulldogs. They advance to 17-4 on the season. But for now, we got 1:40 left in the first half here of the men's game. Daniel Sally, Gary Turcott bringing you the call from the Brad Schmidt Allstate Insurance broadcast booth. Johnny Hillman catches the pass across half court and hands it off to Campbell. Campbell to Slavakin and handoff back to Campbell. Now Jovan has it again, guarded by Jock. Jab step for Jovan. He drives to his left, spin back to the right. Pump fake, baby hook. Oh, and it's good.
God, he's got a soft touch. That's his right hand he did that with. That is tough to do.
The reason he was picked to be league MVP.
Yeah.
That's it right there. Jock, hands off, Max Clark. Clark guarded by Campbell. Now Paxton for three. It was tipped that time. Nice defense by Lieberg. Slavankinen in transition. takes it himself. Spin move into lane, off the glass. Oh, he doesn't get the roll. That was a nice move. Cook with the O board. He puts it in for 2. Good aggression there by Carroll. 40 seconds left in the half. Carroll leads by 11, 42-31. Clark throws an no-look pass. It's intercepted by Cook. Cook in transition, dumps it off Slovankin, and off the glass. It's good.
Andrew Cook is playing himself some basketball.
Oh, man.
He's playing himself some hoops.
Every dimension.
That was a great help the helper there. Great defense rotation by Andrew.
18 seconds left in the half. Carroll leads by 13, 44-31. Hodges is going to hold it. This happened at their place, or not Hodges. Stevenson held it like this and then threw a turnover, and Carroll got a big bucket at the end of the half. Stevenson, guarded by Cook. This time he's just going to take it himself off the glass. Tough move to the hoop, and it's a 44-33 Carroll lead on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard at the half. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the Carroll halftime show. We'll take a look at the first half stats, and we're going to break down the first half, look ahead to the second half, all that and much more. You're listening to Fighting Saints Basketball on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Welcome back in, everybody. It's the Carroll halftime show, 44-33. Carroll up by 11 at the half. And, I mean, it seems closer than that, Gary. It really does.
It does.
It really, I mean, that first half, there's no other way to describe it than all-out, total war, a rock fight. I mean, those guys are out there playing their tails off on both ends, and it was really something to see.
It really was. Carroll.
This is 90s basketball, Gary.
Yeah. Carroll physically cannot play harder on defense than they played. Their hustle, their rotations, their help and recover. You call it a team defense when you play that hard. Now, my question is, can you play that hard for 40 minutes? I just don't know if you can. Physically, I don't know if you can because it just takes such a toll. You have to play so hard, and they are in foul trouble. Carroll's got 3 fouls on 2 of their players that they really count on defensively.
Boy, it's going to be a big question mark, and we're going to see if they run out of steam or not. But 44-33. I mean, the thing about the fouls is they might keep people rested.
Yeah.
they might keep people rested. So, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how that unfolds in the second half. But just an excellent, excellent first half of basketball here in the PE Center. It's a good crowd, and we've just got some serious entertainment on the hardwood in front of us, which is how it should be. Looking at some stats, 48.1% for Montana Western, 13 of 27 from the field in the first half. Carroll, 15 of 25, 60% shooting in the first half. From three, Carroll, 5 of 8. 62.5%. Not sure if that's sustainable, but knowing them, they're probably going to want to go inside anyway. Montana Western, 2 of 12 from three in the first half, 16.7%. That's also probably not sustainable. This Western team, they can shoot it a little bit. I imagine we're going to see them knock down some more threes.
Well,
and then from the free throw line, Western 3 of 6, 50%. Carroll, a perfect 7 of 7.
The big thing I see, Daniel, that sticks out to me is Western is 2 for 12 from the three. I mean, and there were a couple of those that rattled, but some of those shots, weren't close. And I don't know that they want to take all those threes against Carroll. When they went inside and they penetrated, that's when they had the most success. But that's a 2 for 12. That's going to get you beat from the three against a team that plays like as hard as Carroll does.
Mm-hmm.
So I know they can shoot better than that, and I know they shot better than that the last time Carroll played them in Dillon.
Well, early in the season, it seemed like the biggest problem for us was free throw shooting.
Yeah.
7 of 7 in the first half. That's big. I mean, you can just tell how hard these guys have worked. And at the line, they step up there, and it's been nails.
Yeah.
And that's just a testament to our coaches, our players, and their willingness to keep at it.
Yeah. And Jamel Stevenson, who is one of their primary scorers, 0 for 4 from the three, but he's 4 for 9. When he's penetrated, he's had success. When he's been shooting threes, not so much. Carroll played a little bit of zone. Mostly they just played vicious man-to-man with an undersized lineup, but great team defense, great rotation, and it's not just a one-person rotation or a two-person rotation. Sometimes it's three people that are all rotating in sync, and that's really hard to do. But so far, so good for Carroll. Like I said, I just don't know if you can do it for 40 minutes. That's my question.
And we've seen it over the last couple of years when Carroll's really needed to pick me up. Their defense is what does it. It's their defense, and Coach Paulson just has them playing so hard and so well. And the principles that he instills out there on that side of the ball, that's what that's his moneymaker as a head coach. That's what he prides himself on. And if you can't guard, you can't be out there. And right now we're seeing, they're absolutely locked down. And I just think it's so much fun to watch from our end.
Well, it really is. And the crowd appreciates it. They really do. Jovan kind of had a slow start, but he really picked it up, got going. And he's had 4 assists. He had, how many assists did they have him for? Yeah, Jovan with 4 assists. Beautiful. So that's big. Huge. See, that's really big. That's 8 for a game if he keeps on that. And then he's 4 for 8 from the field and 4 assists. That's a lot of points you're accounting for. And he's the go-to guy, and he's a hard matchup for anybody. And one of the Haverfields has been trying to guard him, but he's just a load. I think you have to double team him, but when he finds the open player like he does, then it really puts the defense at a disadvantage.
Well, Jovan playing well, but I think right now there's a lot of guys in the mix for our St. Peter's Gold Standard Health Player of the Game. The guy who's really stuck out to me, 2 guys. Andrew Cook, he's got 9 points, 4 for 4 from the field. And Johnny Hillman, 7 points, 3 for 5 in the field. But those guys have both made a clear impact on the defensive end. And how can I leave out Shamrock if that's going to be part of the criteria? Because he was absolutely phenomenal too.
Well, he was more aggressive offensively than he's been, and I hope he keeps that up.
Feels like we're watching the Knicks and the Pacers.
Yeah.
John Starks and Reggie Miller.
Yeah, he's got to keep looking for his shot. He's got to keep attacking, and he can beat people one-on-one. He can create and get his own shot when he wants to. Now he might not get all the way to the rim, but he's got a great middle game.
We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll look ahead to the second half. 44-33 at the break right now, though. Carroll in the lead on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. This is the Carroll Halftime Show on Saints Game Day, driven by Placer Motors, here on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Carroll College halftime show, 44-33. Carroll in the lead on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Daniel Sally and Gary Turcotte here bringing you Frontier Conference doubleheader. Game 2 between the Saints and the Bulldogs. Of course, the Carroll women winning 73-64 over a tough Western team earlier today. And Gary, as we look at the second half, I mean, Carroll's got a few things they're going to have to change around. One of them being they got a couple guys with 3 fouls. They're going to have to find a way to keep those guys on the court.
Exactly. That is an issue, especially Brandon Temple, who, is their biggest player. Offensively, I think Shamrock stay aggressive.
Yes.
If Shamrock will stay aggressive, he sets the tone for everybody. And he is the leader out there right now. And Jovan's going to be aggressive, but I think it's critical for Shamrock to stay aggressive like he is. And when I say aggressive, I mean look for your shot. Look to break down the defense. Don't just come down and look to get the ball to your shooters and the other players. You look for your shot, Shamrock, and you just make everybody better when you do that.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's important to note that Shamrock, when he's playing aggressive, he can just really score. I mean, he does it in so many different ways. So that's a big thing for them. For Montana Western, I'd imagine 2 for 12 from the three-point line at the half. One of two things. They either hope that they progress to the mean and knock down more threes in the second half, or they try and go inside more. The thing that Carroll's doing, and we saw them do this a lot 2 years ago when Johnny and all these guys were freshmen, is when Carroll had to throw out small lineups, they are just so good with the little guys getting underneath and just making shots difficult inside, making it uncomfortable in there and just really playing hard to the ball. Well, that's probably a big reason why they have so many fouls.
They front the post. They front the post hard. They hedge hard on balls. And the reason that they're able to get away with that is because their help defense and their rotation is so solid. As good as anybody's, anywhere. That's how good their rotation is right now.
Well, that's going to do it for our Carroll College halftime show, 44-33. Carroll in the lead on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. We'll have second half action from the PE Center coming up next here on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. (44-33). Carroll in the lead on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard as we get ready for second half action here at the PE Center. Carroll will have the arrow to start things off here in the second half. Daniel Sally, Gary Turcotte here, coming to you from the Brad Schmidt Allstate Insurance broadcast booth. Taking it out from the far sideline is Andrew Cook. Shamrock Campbell passes it near side. Hillman hands it right back off to Campbell. Campbell, step back shot. It's good. I almost said 3. It was a 2. But Shamrock Campbell off the bounce, creating some space for himself and burying it. And that's what you talked about right there,
Yep.
Gary. Look for your shot. Max Clark to Haverfield. Haverfield hands off to Michael Haverfield. Now Clark with it again. Clark into the lane, kicks it out. Tanner Haverfield pump fakes, drives, puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound brought down by Temple. Outlet Slavankinen. Jovan will work it up the far side. Slavankinen hands it off to Campbell. Campbell will get Carroll's offense set up. To the elbow. Hillman now down low. Slavankinen pump fakes, turns around, and he's fouled. Jovan will shoot 2. And Western wanted a jump ball, and I don't know if I say I can blame him for that.
I think Western's got a legit complaint.
Very good argument, if you ask me. As Jovan goes to the line, Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 is brought to you by Rutgers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rutgers Furniture. Cat Paving since 1984, paving the way to excellence. Furniture Showroom, why pay more? Every day is a great day to buy new home furnishings at Furniture Showroom. Jovan's first free throw is no good. Also, First Community Bank, working together for you. And DJ's Automotive, here for you and your wheels. Slavankinen, second free throw off the front rim, no good.
Daniel, I'll say it so you don't have to. The ball don't lie.
Book of Daniel.
The book
Chapter
of Daniel.
1, verse
Yeah.
1. Hodges up top. Clark.
Ooh, that's a 4th foul on Brandon.
Oh, no. Hard hedge. Hard hedge. That is brutal.
Yeah, that is brutal. Now, he put Guy in, so Guy's ankle must be feeling better.
And that must mean Johnny's playing the 5 again.
Yeah, he is.
Which, in that case, sign me up.
Oh, and he just got a steal.
I mean, that was incredible.
Yeah.
He just jumped up and backhanded it. Cook, 3 on the other end, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Guy Pedro, he gets it back out to Cook. Cook to Campbell. Campbell drives, kicks. Johnny Hillman for 3. Oh, off the rim, no good. Looked like it was going to rattle in. Rebound from Clark. He gets it up to Hodges. Hodges, Euro step around. Campbell draws the foul, and Hodges will shoot 2. Holy cow.
And Johnny Hillman is just sick of himself. He had a wide open 3, and he just he wanted that one.
Hodges at the line. First free throw up, it's good. Before he takes his second, Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 is brought to you in part by St. Peter's Health. Don't forget to listen for our St. Peter's Gold Standard Health Player of the Game. Join the team that helps care for our community at St. Peter's Health. St. Peter's Health offers family gym memberships and comprehensive benefits. Second free throw good by Jalen Hodges. Carroll leads by 11, 46-35. Hillman hands off to Campbell. Up top. Cook to Hillman again. Pedra, turnaround jumper from the short corner, no good. Rebound pulled down by Campbell. Campbell goes to Slavankinen. In the corner, he gets it back up top to Campbell. Campbell, off the bounce, gets it to Hillman. Now Pedra. Pedra into the lane, foul called.
Nice offense there by Carroll. Good turn back and forth. Once you get the ball turning, you get the defense chasing you, it's so much easier to beat them off the dribble. Carroll's been doing that consistently tonight. Good ball reversal.
Johnny Hillman will inbound from the baseline. He gets it to Campbell. Campbell up top. Slavankinen hands it off back to Shamrock. Pull-up jumper, cash. That one's never going to get old. Stop on a dime, good for 2, 48-35. Carroll leads, 17 and a half minutes left in the ballgame. Tanner Haverfield down low, and we had a foul called.
Yeah, and Johnny's just got to be careful. Now, how many is that on Johnny?
Hopefully 2. Good, it's just 2.
Yeah.
Just 2. Garrett Long checking in. You know, Gary, a couple years ago, the Houston Rockets ran a small ball lineup, and their 5-man was P.J. Tucker.
That's right.
P.J. Tucker, built like a brick house, could shoot corner threes and could defend his tail off. That's what Johnny's doing tonight. Here's a drive. Haverfield, it's good. Michael Haverfield with the runner. I promise I'll chill out with the NBA comparisons. Campbell hands it off to Long. 17:05 left. Long gets it to Campbell again in the corner. Foul called on Clark that time.
Now, Western is really trying to pick up their defense. I mean, they probably got a pretty good tail chewing at halftime. And they really are trying to get out and get in the lanes. I'm sort of surprised, Daniel, they haven't come back with that 1-3-1 zone.
It was so effective.
It was. I just, I keep waiting
be
for
quiet.
it.
He might hear us.
Yeah.
Shamrock Campbell to Hillman on the near side of the wing. Campbell open look from 3. It's good!
Oh.
Shamrock Campbell from deep. 51-37, Carroll in the lead. And they got lost there. One of them thought they were switching the screen. The other thought they were staying, and it left Shamrock wide open. Mistakes were made. Jalen Hodges down low. Steps through. Hillman knocks it loose. Another turnover forced by Johnny Hillman.
Well, you know, they get a little stagnant. They know they got a size advantage to go at Johnny, but he is a load. I mean, he is tough to get around.
All bite, no bark.
Yeah.
Johnny Hillman up top goes to Campbell again. Campbell, another 3. Off the rim, that time no good. Pedro is going to work for it down there, but Haverfield comes up with it. Tanner Haverfield gets to Hodges down low. Hodges steps up, runner over Garrett Long. Smart play by Garrett Long not to get the foul there, and the ball doesn't go in. Campbell comes up with the rebound. Garrett Long in transition, pulls it back up top. He gets it to Hillman. Hillman drives the lane, and he's fouled hard.
That's a hard take, real hard take.
And if he didn't get that contact and took one more step, it would have been a travel. So
you know,
that came with a good time.
Daniel, what we're seeing, these guys are playing very aggressively. Everybody. I mean, you know, Johnny wasn't always taking the ball to the hole off the first pass before. He is now, and they got him a little rest now.
I think they just got a lot of adrenaline pumping because they're in the middle of a rock fight.
Yeah.
That's why. 51-37, Carroll in the lead. Hopefully Johnny's okay after that spill. Campbell off the inbound, goes up with it. It's no good. Rebound brought down by Tanner Haverfield. Inside Miller, out to Haverfield. Three-pointer from Haverfield, no good. Ball on the floor. Both teams going for it. Tanner Haverfield comes up with it, but Cook and Long will not die. The timeout called, though, by Western. .38 on the clock. 51-37. Carroll leads on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Immediate timeout. We'll take it. 15:38 to go. You're listening to Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Back from the break, Daniel Sally here, 51-37. Carroll in the lead on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. And we got a good game here at the PE Center. A lot of effort, a lot of adrenaline, all that good stuff. Inbounding, Jamal Stevenson from the baseline. Loose ball out of bounds, last touch by Carroll. Stevenson will inbound from the baseline. Stevenson looking for an open man. He gets it to Kuba. Kuba loses it. Campbell knocks it loose. And that one's up for grabs, but Stevenson comes out of the pile with it, puts it up off the glass and in for 2. Letting them play right now, Gary. They're letting them play.
They just jumped into their zone. So we'll see how Carroll handles it.
And they stretch it out quite a bit.
Yeah, it is very spread.
Cook. To Long. Long. To Slavankinen. Slavankinen looking down low for Pedro.
Good idea. It looked like he was there. Just good, a little better defense.
Well, he wanted Campbell on the wing, but a Western player got into the passing lane, so that wouldn't have been nasty too. Haverfield drives, dumps it off. Miller loses it. Cook thought he saved it, but steps out of bounds. Western will keep it. Bulldogs inbounding from the baseline. 5-second call.
Great defense there. Whew.
We've said that a lot.
Well, okay, so let's see if they stay in the zone. They are. They're going to. It's a spread 1-3-1 zone, almost clear to half court, Daniel. That's
Coulter
how spread
Miller
it
is the perfect player to play in the middle of that zone, and they got Michael Haverfield kind of as the bottom baseline runner, and he's long. It works. Garrett Long on the elbow, drives in, runs into Jovan. Foul called on the shot. That's Michael Haverfield's 4th foul. Looks like Shamrock's got a bit of a bloody nose. They're going to stuff that. Make sure his jersey's all cleaned up.
One of the Carroll trainers. Which one is that?
That's Hunter Lindsay.
Hunter Lindsay, yeah. Been here, what, about 2 years? First year?
This is his first year.
His first year.
First free throw from Long, no good.
Ooh.
Both Haverfields coming out of the game. Max Clark back in, and Jock. Second free throw from Long. That one's good. Coach Paulson's going to take a full timeout. Gary, let's keep this one here. Just unpack for a second.
Yeah.
52-39 the score. Carroll in the lead. 14:25 to play. And, I mean, it just seems like as soon as you put 10 players on the court tonight, 100 miles an hour the entire time.
Yeah. Well, I think Coach Paulson took this timeout, and I think what they're talking about now is, okay, what do we want to do against this 1-3-1? And the thing that's hard about it is when you have a small lineup on the floor, it's hard to pass over the 1-3-1 zone when they're bigger than you and longer than you. It's hard to just pass the ball like guard to guard or guard to wing or wing back.
And so the 1-3-1 zone is pretty effective at defending the three-point line.
If you're long.
And they are.
And they are. Yes, they are. And he just put in a couple more of his bigger players. So it can be. And then it takes away a lot of your dribble penetration, or it can. So I think Kurt would like to get back and get the ball to Jovan and get him penetrating. A great coach that used to change defenses all the time, I says, Coach, why do you change defenses all the time? He says, I keep changing defenses till I find the one where you don't attack the rim. And that's the one I'm going to stay in. And
make him shoot.
Make him shoot. Yeah, I just don't want you attacking the rim. And so that right now, that's what that 1-3-1 zone, that's what Coach Mike Larson is hoping that his 1-3-1 will do, because Carroll has really been effective attacking the rim against them.
Well, a good 1-3-1 zone is one of the most effective tools in a basketball team's bag. I mean, that's just, you don't see it very often because it's so hard to run one that's that good.
You got to be big and long, and they are.
It must be a Dillon thing. I know the Dillon Beavers ran a 1-3-1 zone
that Terry
for
Thomas
years.
was their coach. He did it for years. Yes, he did.
Out of the timeout. Stevenson up top to Jock. He hands it off to Clark. Clark in the lane, dumps it off to Miller. Miller pump fakes, gets Jovan in there, goes back up with it off the glass, and it's good for 2.
Now, we haven't seen much of Miller since the first.
Long. Crosses over, picks up his dribble, gets it over to Slavankinen. Slavankinen to the corner. Campbell back to Jovan. They're staying in that zone. It's working. Slovankinen to the elbow, kicks it out. Campbell, 3 over Koba, no good off the rim. Loose ball, out of bounds, last touch by Carroll. Western will get it back. Johnny Hillman gets some well-deserved rest, but he's checking back into the game now.
Well, you got a little more size there to pass against that zone, and that's a smart move.
Garrett Long, check out, which is good. Stay out of foul trouble. Jock on the drive. Steps in, pump fakes up with a little hook shot, no good. Nice defense by Guy that time as Jovan comes up with the rebound. Cook out to Slovankinen. Jovan will penetrate and get it up to Hillman. Now Campbell. Campbell trapped in the corner, goes to Hillman again. Hillman, skip pass to Pedro, corner 3, it's good. That is an excellent find.
A great find.
Got him one step ahead in the rotation.
Yeah, that's the first time they really had some nice penetration and a good find against that zone.
Miller out to Stevenson, now Clark. Clark for 3, it's no good. Rebound brought down by Johnny Hillman. Hillman to Slovankinen. On your side, Hillman again. Pedro, how about another? Off the rim, that one's no good. Rebound brought down by Campbell. He gets it over to Cook. Cook out to Slovankinen. 3 on the way, off the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by Jock.
It's probably a little earlier than Kurt wanted those shots.
Stevenson to Miller. Miller, baby hook, no good. Rebound brought down by Guy Pedra. Johnny Hillman at the wing, passes it to Slovankinen. Jovan drives, kicks out to Hillman. Hillman pump fake, steps in, back to Jovan. Jovan's got a lane this time. Step through move with the left, front rim and in. 57-41. Carroll's lead at 16.
Johnny Hillman really set that up with his dribble penetration.
Jock to Clark, far side. Clark picks up the screen from Miller. Gets a cutter. Stevenson, two-handed jam.
Well, that was well done by Western. They looked very comfortable. They were dribble drive that time. First time I've seen it.
Full timeout called. We'll take this one. 57-43. Carroll in the lead, 11:30 to go. You're listening to Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Back from the timeout, 57-43. Carroll leads. 11:30 to go in the game, Gary. I'm coming to you from the Brad Schmidt Allstate Insurance broadcast booth, and we're having fun.
It's been fun. It's been and good adjustments by both coaching staffs. And Western is going to stay in that zone. They're going to stay in it.
Campbell to Hillman. Now Slovankinen. Slovankinen at the top of that zone. Gets it to Campbell again, back to Jovan. Campbell again. Carroll taking their time. Hillman on the wing, gets it to Cook. Cook, short corner, off the dribble, and a charge called on Andrew Cook.
Just good defense
Michael Haverfield.
Michael Haverfield, good defense. Yep.
And if that would have been a block, that would have been his 5th.
Ooh.
That's a roll of the dice by Haverfield.
Yeah.
That paid off for him.
Mm-hmm.
Stevenson in the half court, gets it to Miller. Miller hands back to Stevenson. Stevenson drives, crossover, step back. That is a
And that's
good
the
move.
first 3 I've seen him hit.
Long 2.
A long 2?
Yeah, long
and,
2.
and last time we played, he hit a bunch of those.
Slavankinen to Hillman. Hillman to the corner. 3 on the way from Cook. It's off the rim, no good. Board Slavankinen. Putback is in.
Great hustle by Jovan.
Delay a game warning on Carroll. Okay. Noted.
And that's that spread zone that Western's running, Daniel. It is really hard to get a body on a body and box out because you're so spread. Then that time Jovan took advantage of it and really slashed hard to the basket to get that offensive rebound.
Foul off the ball that time. Did they get Jovan? No, they got Chico.
So 5 team fouls apiece, Daniel.
Inbounding is Stevenson. He gets it to Miller, back to Stevenson. Jumper on the way. No good. Rebound brought down by Slavankinen. 10-10 left in the ball game. Carroll leads by 14. Up top, Slavankinen. Back to Hillman. Jovan gets it again. Jovan finds the lane, kicks it out. Campbell, 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by Kai Koba. Koba gets it to Stevenson. Stevenson up the court. Tanner Haverfield pump fakes, gets Slavankinen in the air. His 3 is on the way and no good. Western continues to struggle from beyond the arc.
And that has been such a big factor in the ball game.
Lowell Chan down low. Nice pass to Hillman. Oh, Hillman can't finish it, but Cook gets the putback.
That Cook, he gets the garbage points. He gets those little, he just does. He's right place, right time.
I can't believe that was a great pass by Chico to set up Johnny. No look. Tanner Haverfield in the lane. Chico goes up with him. Blocking foul that time. He couldn't make up his mind on that one.
Yeah.
Johnny grimacing a little bit. He took a tough spill in the lane.
Well, Chico, you know, he's getting some big minutes here with the big boys.
He's making some headsy plays.
Yeah.
All right, it's the 9:16 mark. Brendan Temple's checking back in. They're getting the floor mopped up over there. Look at Jovan. That's his penance for his delay of game warning. He's got to help and wipe the floor a little bit. And one of our cheerleaders grabbing the mop. It's good stuff. Teamwork over here at the PE Center. Tanner Haverfield's first free throw is up. Off the front rim, no good. Before he takes his second, Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 is brought to you by Play It Again Sports, your ski and snowboard rental headquarters. Subaru Placer Motors, your hometown Subaru dealer, serving Helena for over 80 years, west on Euclid. And Gold Island Casino, play and stay where the winners go at Gold Island Casino. Haverfield, it's good. Andrew Cook, here comes that 2-2-1 press we saw earlier, Gary.
Yeah.
Carroll breaks it. They get it to Temple. Temple back up top to Campbell, the point guard. Campbell still playing with that swab in his nose. Gets it to the corner. Andrew Cook, cross-court pass. Johnny Hillman for 3. Oh, off the rim, in and out, no good. Rebound brought down by Michael Haverfield. Carroll leading by 15, 61-46, 8:50 to go. Max Clark to Michael Haverfield. Back to Clark, near side. Clark crosses over by Cook, and a charge. That's a roll of the dice once again. My heart just stopped in midair. Clark was up in the air, and Brendan Temple with 4 fouls was waiting on the help side.
He'd only been in the game 10 seconds, and he takes an offensive charge with 4 fouls. That takes courage.
High IQ play, I guess.
What the 1-3-1 zone is doing is it's forcing Carroll to shoot from the perimeter. And I don't know, what else you do right now. They're just
try and penetrate. If not, you got to settle for jumpers.
Yeah.
Inside, Cook at the elbow. Cook, pull-up jumper. It's good. Move it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Move.
Don't settle for that 3.
Move it in a little bit. Nice jumper there by Cook. 63-46, Carroll in the lead. Andrew Cook is playing one heck of a ball game. Haverfield to Haverfield. Back to Haverfield. That's Tanner with it now. He goes to Clark. Clark to Hodges on the elbow. Hodges off the bounce, and it's stolen. Lowell Chan comes up with it. Here comes Cook in transition. Goes up with it off the glass. No good. Foul is called, and Andrew will shoot 2. And he wishes he finished that one.
And that was an ISO where they were going to try to go at Brandon, and they just too much help, and somebody batted the ball loose. Brandon Temple, they know he's got 4. They wanted to go at him.
Stevenson at the scores table. He'll check back in after a rest. Cook at the line as he gets ready to shoot. Carroll Basketball and Rewind 94.9 is brought to you in part by Lewis and Clark Library. For more than 150 years, the Lewis and Clark Library has steadfastly served the Lewis and Clark County residents with branch libraries in Helena, Augusta, Lincoln, East Helena, and the Bookmobile. First free throw is up and good for Cook. Also, Helena Toyota, brought to you by your Montana Toyota dealers. Mattress Firm, Montana's largest Tempur-Pedic retailer. Save time, save money, and A1 Rentals, making your projects easier on Cedar next to Party Plus. Second free throw good from Cook. Steady hand at the line that time by the freshman. Couple big shots, and Carroll just like that has their biggest lead of the game at 19. I'll tell you, they've been making us work for our shots, Gary, and it seems like they've been closing the gap, but we've been so good on defense. Hodges in on Temple, puts it up, no good. Temple gets the rebound. And Hodges working to sell. He wants to get that 5th foul on Brendan. Campbell gets to Lieberg, back to Campbell. Near side. Andrew Cook to Lieberg. Lieberg to the corner. Campbell goes back to Jaden that time. Looking up top for Campbell. Miscommunication. It goes over the scores table. That's a turnover. The defensive stalemate.
Yeah.
7:18 to go here. Koba in the lane, pulls it back out, goes to Haverfield. And we got another offensive foul on Hodges.
They're just going at him so hard at Brandon that they got a little bit stagnant.
Yeah, when it seems like,
yeah.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, Gary. Slovankin is going to check back in the game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's hard to center an offensive attack around getting a foul called on one person.
What happens? You get stagnant. You do.
It takes you out of what you really wanted.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's hurt them.
I mean, that's 3 or 4 straight possessions where they've tried to do it. Let it happen naturally. Cook to Slovankinen. 3-pointer from Jovan. It's good. And just like that, the Saints lead by 22, 68-46. I'm at a loss for words. Stevenson to the elbow. Miller. Now Koba. Koba drives in on Jovan, up with his left off the glass and good. Nice finish there by Kai Koba.
Yep.
20-point Carroll lead on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 6 minutes, 22 seconds left in the ball game. Cook kicks it out to Campbell. Back to Cook again. Lob inside. Temple up with it. Off the glass. Ooh, can't get the roll. Rebound. Chico off the glass and good.
Are those his first points of the year?
Has he scored? He scored when we were down in Arizona.
Did he?
Against Embry-Riddle.
Yeah.
My man, though, Chico, getting it done.
He just got a
foul on the other end.
Yeah.
He's excited. I can't fault him.
That was a hack. That was just a hack. And that puts him at the free throw line.
Tanner Haverfield will shoot a 1-and-1.
That's how you learn.
Yeah.
That's just how you learn.
Real minutes.
Yeah.
And minutes in the Frontier Conference are different than minutes anywhere else. First free throw, front end of the 1-and-1, I should say, is good. Tanner will shoot one more. Second one on the way from Haverfield is good. It's back to a 20-point Saints lead, 70-50 on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Slovankinen inbounds to Campbell. Looks like they're going to really extend the zone. No, are they going to man up now, Gary? Kick. Slavankinen. 3 off the rim, no good. Loose ball. Chico going for it. But Kai Koba ends up with the rebound. I couldn't tell what they were trying to do there. Koba in the lane, goes up with his left off the glass, no good. But Kai Koba will go to the line and shoot 2. Oh, that's on Brandon. That's number 5. Well, he made it out there for quite a while. He made it about 5 minutes.
Well, that hurts. There's still a lot of time left. And it's only a 20-point lead. I mean, that could go quickly.
It does hurt. Hillman in the game.
And that was Chico again that broke down on defense. And he's got to play better defense. He wants to get these minutes, and they need him.
First free throw good for Kai. Another free throw on the way. And second one's no good. Rebound by Jovan. Andrew Cook across half court, gets it to Campbell. Campbell. Now Slavankinen back to Campbell.
And they are playing man-to-man now. They've gotten out of the zone.
Cook has it, he crosses over. Now Slavankinen, guarded by Miller. Jovan off the bounce, crosses to his left, spins to his right. Oh man, off the glass, no good.
And he got fouled.
Yeah. That was a very nice move.
Really nice. And you know, he's so good going left, and you got to take away his left, and then when he can spin back right, now he's just really a load. Which he did there. He started left, they cut him off, he spun back.
Here's Jovan. Free throw up, it's good. He'll shoot one more. Second free throw from Jovan, in and out. I think that's our first miss at the line tonight.
Yeah.
Full team. At the elbow, it's Miller. Miller, hands off. Stevenson drives, spin move, it's good. And a flopping technical on Shamrock. Yeah, it's a delay of game, and we already had the warning. I was going to say normally it's a warning, but it's because we already had a delay of game.
Well, Coach Mike Larson has been on him on that hard, and I actually think he had a point there.
Yeah.
I think that was the right call.
So one shot technical.
Yeah.
Koba knocks it down.
And this is a dangerous point in the game right here for Carroll. There's so much time left.
17-point lead can turn into a 5-point lead
that's
very quickly.
Stevenson has not had a good game, and all of a sudden he looks to me like he's got his head up.
Yeah, he's getting it going.
Yeah.
We got a discussion out there. Not a team foul, just a player foul is what they're going to specify.
Oh, that's a good point.
Carroll already in the bonus, but it saves him from getting to the double bonus for now. Inbounding from the baseline is Cook. Campbell has it, and Campbell's fouled.
And that's a bad foul by Western. Carroll's got they've got a little momentum going, Western does. And
now it's 10 on Western, double bonus.
Yeah, and especially if he splashes these free throws. But he's got a front end here.
No, double.
Oh, it is double. Yeah, it's a double. That's a bad foul. That was just a silly foul.
First free throw good from Shamrock, as per usual. He'll shoot one more. Second one. That one's no good. Lowell Chan with the offensive board, though. He keeps it alive, and he'll get it back out to Shamrock. Campbell gets it to Slavankinen. Now Chan up top. Chan Gets around the handoff. Cook crosses over, spin in the lane, fade away over Haverfield as the shot clock expires.
How did he make that shot?
Oh, my.
I don't think he ever got a good look at it till right at the end.
74-54 after the make from Cook there. I don't even know how he knew there was that little time on the shot clock. His back was to the basket. Instincts, I guess.
Yeah.
Andrew Cook, man, have yourself a night. Loose ball out of bounds. No, saved. But Campbell's going to dive for it. Now Miller up top to Clark. Clark, Tanner Haverfield, 3. Nice closeout by Chico. Shot no good. Loose ball. That's on Johnny Hillman. I think that's his 3rd. Yes. Got a substitution, Jock in the game. Tanner Haverfield out. Don't forget, Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 is brought to you in part by St. Peter's Health. St. Peter's Health is hiring people just like you. Jobs are open now, offering $15 per hour minimum wage, full benefits, and a family gym membership. Apply today at sphealth.org/careers. Free throw from Miller, no good. That was the front end of a 1-and-1. Johnny Hillman gets on the rebound, and he tried to call a timeout. They called a jump. There was no tie-up there.
And this is the point now, Daniel, where I worry a little bit about Carroll fatigue. Johnny Hillman has just played so hard. And a timeout there by Western.
Timeout by Western. It's a full timeout, Gary. Let's go ahead and take it. 74-54. Carroll in the lead on the Mike Miller State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 3:48 to go. You're listening to Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Back from the break, 74-54. Carroll in the lead here. 3:48 to go in this ball game. Daniel Sally, Gary Turcotte here inside the Brad Schmidt Allstate Insurance broadcast booth. It's Western's ball after the timeout, so Carroll will have the arrow from now on. Inbounding is Clark. He gets to Koba. Johnny Hillman knocks it loose. Ooh, and can't come up with the steal. Clark gets it back to Koba. 3 and good. Oh, man, that hurts. Johnny stepped in, stole the ball, saved it, but couldn't get it to his own teammate in Western. Clark ended up with it, and Johnny was on Koba. He ended up being wide open because Johnny was out of bounds. Just a tough break. 74-57 now the score. Slavankinen to Campbell. Now Lowell Chan with it up top. Slavankinen for 3.
Oh, that's a big 3.
That is huge. It's back to a 20-point
and a good find
lead.
by Chico. A good find.
Down the stretch tonight, Carroll's played great defense, and they've given you timely buckets. Kai Koba in the lane. Hillman goes up for it, gets the block, but a little contact with the body there. That's a foul. Now Johnny's got to be careful. That's his fourth.
Well, Johnny got a little too aggressive there and got beat on the ball instead of keeping the ball in front of him. And then he created an angle, and Western took advantage of it.
Carroll running out of some juice, but
yeah,
gosh, they want it. First free throw up from Koba is good. Trayton Paxton in for Western. Jaden Lieberg in for Carroll. Johnny will get a quick break with 4 fouls. Free throw up from Koba. It's good. Andrew Cook, far side. Gets it across half court, goes back up top to Slavankinen. Jovan, back to Cook. Cook, jab steps to his right, works to his left off the dribble, goes to Slavankinen. Another three on the way, off the rim, no good. Loose ball pulled down by Max Clark. Clark to Koba again. Koba to Clark. Down low, layup up, it's good for Miller.
Nice execution, screen roll there by Western.
Yeah, got
Good
Carroll
ball
beat
movement,
behind.
yep. Still in that 1-3-1 zone, 2:20 left. They're going to have to get out of it sooner or later. But it's been effective.
To Campbell. Campbell in the trap. Koba gets a hand on it and comes up with the steal. Nice play there by Kai Koba. He kicks it out. Clark, corner three. It's good.
And fatigue is a factor right now for
Yes.
Carroll. I could just see it.
Yes.
And that's what happens when you play that hard.
And they had a couple guys in foul trouble,
Yeah.
so it made some other guys play more minutes. Minute 48 left. Campbell goes to Cook. Cook drives the lane, kicks it out. Three-pointer from Slavankinen. That one doesn't roll in. Rebound brought down by Koba. Now they're settling. Miller in the lane, out to Koba again. Koba drives, steps underneath the basket, kicks it out, Jock, three, it's good. And just like that, it's a 10-point game.
Yeah.
A minute 17 left. And right now, Carroll's got time on their side, but just like that, it's a 10-point game. Cook takes a dribble into traffic, and he's fouled. From Paxton.
And that is a tired bunch of kids out there wearing the white uniforms, and I don't blame them. They have played their hearts out.
Tip of the cap.
Yeah, they have. And Western is shooting the ball. They haven't shot the ball well all game, and all of a sudden they are splashing, making shots. And that sometimes, Daniel, that's just because your defense isn't quite as good as it was earlier. And that's a big miss right there.
Throw. Yeah, no good.
Yeah.
Cook will shoot one more. Garrett Long's going to check in.
I think that's a good sub.
Yeah, Liebert will check out.
And he's got some energy. He's
been out for a while.
Yeah.
He's going to give you some good defense. Free throw up from Cook. It's good. So Andrew splits the pair. Carroll leads by 11. Clark. Far side. Picked up by Cook. Gets it to Koba. They ran that flare screen. They love running it to him. And, Long closed out, but Koba bounces
How does
it
that
in.
bounce in? How did that go?
A couple different skips
8-point
and
ball
hops
game,
off
yeah.
the rim. It's an 8-point ball game is right. And they got a foul, and they do. Jovan will go to the line. Well, now it's just going to be a game of can Carroll make
Got to
their
make your free throws. Yeah, got to make your free throws. But that last three that went in, how in the world did that go in?
Off the rim, off the glass, off the rim, and in. I mean, holy cow.
Yeah.
And Garrett Long did such a nice job defending the flare.
He did.
I mean, that's a play. They ran that play for him a ton in December when we played it, and they just ran it again. Free throw up from Slavankinen is good. Big make by
Big
Jovan.
free throw, yeah.
Timeout by Coach Larson. Can I ice him a little bit? Full timeout, Gary. Just 47 seconds left. I think we should just keep it here.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like you said, fatigue's a factor.
Yeah. You could just, I could just physically see when all of a sudden you're not getting those loose balls and you're not getting, you're just a tenth of a count behind, and Western's getting them, and they're getting just a little bit better look than they were getting, and the momentum swings, and it's quick. It happens just like that. It happened at the 3-minute mark, and I could just see it.
Yeah.
And Carroll just, these kids have played a lot of minutes. They're outsized a little bit.
They're tired, but the effort's still there, which is incredible. I mean, I'd be ready to go take a nap. Them, but I think 79-70, obviously you hope they can close this thing out, but man,
Well, you don't want to foul him.
Yeah.
You want to make him score.
Make them score.
Yeah, don't put him at the free throw line.
These guys got to be really proud of the effort they're playing with tonight.
Tremendous effort by the Saints
And
tonight.
I mean, effort, usually that's something you used to talk about defense. They've scored almost 80 points.
Yeah.
I mean, offensively,
Yeah.
they've just been so selective.
They have.
Is this how your guys used to play when you were the coach?
Oh, I wish I could get him to play as hard as Kurt. You know, he gets them to play so hard and so smart.
I can think of one guy you used to coach who probably played that hard, though.
Yeah, he's the head coach.
Free throw up. And that one's good. So Jovan hits them both. Those are two
That
big
really
nights.
helps. That breaks the streak a little bit here.
Max Clark gets it at half court. Miller hands it off back to Clark. Surprised he didn't shoot there. They're looking for Koba. They know they want him taking threes. Koba gets it back to Clark. Long possession for Western. Clark finally heaves one.
And
Deep
that
three
was
is good.
I'm going to tell you, that was about 40 feet. That's where he took that from.
Andrew Cook inbounds it to Campbell, and Campbell will go to the line to shoot two.
That the white volleyball line, Daniel, is about.
He was probably
He was a
2
step
or 3
behind that.
inches.
Yeah, a half a step behind that. That's 35, 40 feet.
Well, here's Shamrock at the line.
Yeah.
Things have gotten quiet in here, rightfully so.
Yeah.
But that student turnout we were talking about, they're still hanging in there.
They are.
They're having fun. Free throw up. Good. Shamrock will shoot one more. Second free throw on the way. Cash.
Those are big.
Sham hits them both. Carroll leads by 9. Weston's going to see how many threes they can trade for twos in the next 33 seconds. Clark picks up a screen, pump fakes, gets it back. Another three from Clark. Blocked by Cook. That's great defense by Andrew Cook.
Yes, he is. He's come a long way defensively. It's just such a big adjustment coming from high school to college.
It was
And
Jovan who got the rebound there. He's going to go to the line. He got fouled.
Yeah.
It's Coulter Miller's fifth
Jovan's
foul.
got to have another double-double. I don't know how many rebounds he's got. There's got to be a boatload.
Knocking at the line. Let's see. So Jovan's got 25 and 10.
Yeah.
Free throw's good from him. It's back to a 10-point Carroll lead. Second free throw up is good. Successful trip to the line for our boy there. Kai Koba, far side. Crossover. Pulls a three off the rim, no good. Slavankina gets the rebound, and now Carroll will be able to just dribble this thing out, and that is a gutsy win.
You bet it was.
Carroll College Fighting Saints 84-73 the final. 2-1, and that's it. Well, Coach Paulson and this Carroll team should be very proud of how they played tonight. We're going to go ahead and take a break. Coming up next, we'll have the Carroll College Fighting Saints postgame show built by Builders First Source. But 84-73, Carroll wins their third straight here in Frontier Conference play. You're listening to Fighting Saints Basketball on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Back from the break, Daniel Sally here with Gary Turcott, bringing you the Carroll College post-game show built by Builders First Source. And before we get into any of the nitty-gritty of tonight's game, we got Coach Paulson here joining us on the post-game show. And, Coach, first of all, congratulations on the win. First question for you. First half, you guys start out and you call a quick timeout, and it seemed like from that point on, your guys dialed it in defensively and just started playing with an incredible effort.
Yeah, Western's very scary, as you know, offensively, and so we just had to get a little wake-up call there and really dial it in, like you said, and it was much better. Up until about the 2-minute mark, I thought we let down at the end. It was up to like 20, only won by 11, but a win's a win.
And